एथिक्स पे। तो एथिक्स में मैंने साथी आईएएस मोदित जैन सर के लेक्चर्स किए थे फॉर एथिक्स एंड एसे एज वेल। तो उनके लेक्चर्स और उनके नोट्स उन्होंने मेरी काफी मदद करी थी। एंड विजन आईएएस के भी जो एथिक्स के लेक्चर्स थे वो भी मेरा एक बेस थे। साथ ही साथ सर जो हमारे जो टॉपर्स के आंसर कॉपीज होते हैं वो भी मैंने काफी रिफर करी थी। मॉक टेस्ट की जो कॉपीज होती है हम टॉपर्स की, उनसे मैंने एथिक्स और ऐसे जैसे सब्जेक्ट्स के लिए जो भी एग्जाम्पल्स होते हैं वो एग्जाम्पल्स को हाईलाइट करके एक अलग पेज पे मैंने एक अपना डेटा जैसा बना लिया था कि जिन एग्जाम्पल्स को मैं अपने आंसर्स में यूज कर सकती थी। तो दिस वाज माय स्ट्रेटजी फॉर मेंस जीएस सब्जेक्ट्स। टॉकिंग अबाउट पीएसआईआर, I felt that first attempting the 10 markers would work for me, and after that allocating a specific time for the case studies. So I used to allocate 1 hour and 15 minutes for the 10 markers, but it was not a rigid time period, but it was flexible, but I used to try to do that because case studies require more time to solve. And for my preparation, it was a comprehensive one. It was a mix of both because the static part which you learn, the theories which you learn can be used in the case studies as well. So Smriti ma'am's notes were my basic source, and since it was in 2022, they guided me in writing the answers. Because in case study you have a different way of writing, and in the 10 markers you have another different manner. So that I got to know from the toppers answer key. Because in case studies you have that flexibility where you can play with your answers, where you can show your creativity. And ethics is one of my favorite subjects, and I don't know my separate marks for GS right now, but I feel that I would have scored a good score in ethics. Let's see when the answer mark sheets come. But you can show your creativity in ethics. You can use so hub and spoke diagrams to show the stakeholders which are involved in case studies. And you can also show the flow charts or probably a tabular format wherein if you have to show the options which are available in case studies, you can show suppose A and then the table, the pros and the cons for that particular option that you are mentioning. So this way you can use innovation in your answers. In 10 markers also, and use a lot of examples in ethics per se, specifically.
Right. So you have mentioned again and again the toppers copies, because that becomes a kind of like replica that UPSC might also be expecting a student to write about, like in this particular format. This
because that is a filtered content.
Right.
What all we study, the toppers have filtered that and they have used in their answers. So why to do that hard work again when we have that available source in the market?
Plus the pattern. I think the pattern becomes more important. Like you've given this very nice suggestion that how tables, because very few people are able to actually incorporate tables when it comes to writing case studies answers. So I think this is one very good tip which aspirants will find very helpful.
Right. And regarding that only, like the tabular aspect, because there may be n number of presentations, because sometimes we restrict ourselves to hub and spoke model, maybe certain kind of diagram, but we fail to realize that there may be n number of things that the toppers are doing, because that particular thing we get to know from scanning through the toppers copy. So
in fact, it also, sorry to cut you short, but it also helps you in saving the time. Right. Because in tabular format, you just have to write the keywords, the key points, instead of writing long statements. So you should know where you can cut your time and you can use that time for other questions.
We can take some questions now, Vishal, right? So we'll